The next 3 days, we're gonna address SI joint pain. So the SI, sacroiliac joint, the two dots right here at the bottom of our lower back. So we've got extreme tightness or pain in there. We're gonna talk about how to mobilize, stretch out, and make sure we're balanced in our piriformis, little muscle back in our hip, and our psoas muscles that are actually kind of seated deep into our core. It's more in our back, but it's the best way to get this from the front. Today's day one, and we're gonna work on some soft tissue exercises to open up and inhibit our overactive psoas and our overactive piriformis. To get our piriformis open up a little bit more, to open up that SI joint, we'll need any type of ball, but I prefer a lacrosse ball for this. While you're sitting straight up and down with a tight core, you're gonna place the ball at 45-degree angle in our hip, so it's not to the side, it's not to the back, right in the middle, and we're gonna drop into it a little bit. So you're gonna sink onto that ball, and you immediately find it enter that kind of pocket of soft tissue in between our glutes and our hip. We can actually work side to side here from our tailbone, middle of our butt, all the way out to the side of the hip. And as we do this, we can work on dropping our leg down, opening up, letting that ball sink in, putting a little more weight on it, and rotating side to side. So it's a rotation and a pivot on that ball, and it stays in that line, and you're flossing out from the inside of your butt to your hip, rotating side to side. So you want to spend a decent amount of time here until that pain normalizes. The first exercise to inhibit our piriformis, all we need is a foam roller or PVC pipe. We're gonna go ahead and sit directly on the foam roller, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook the side of the piriformis we wanna get. We're gonna hook that ankle onto the opposite knee, and we're gonna rotate in that direction. So you're gonna be in this pocket on the side of our glute, the top of our hip, and it's very sensitive. You're gonna get this by rolling into it, and you can kind of start by just going side to side, and then we can start working up and down in that piriformis, in the side of our hip. You're gonna feel that tension at the top of our pelvis. And we're gonna spend at least 2 minutes on each side just trying to get that piriformis primed up and ready for a little bit more of intense exercise. The first soft tissue for our psoas is we're gonna lay down on the ground with our back flat, and all we need is a lacrosse ball. Make sure we can position our back, have it flat on the floor. You're gonna take that lacrosse ball, we're gonna go an inch or two in from our belly button, and we're gonna work on pushing down that ball with both hands, relaxing our belly, and you're gonna kind of go side to side, trying to let it sink into our gut, into those muscles, get through. Dig down deep. You want to work laterally, so side to side at angles, working your way up and down around your belly button. You can bring your leg down. As we move our knee up and down, we can feel that band move, and we can sort of start to pinpoint it. And if we don't feel it at all on that side and you're pushing down extremely hard, maybe your psoas isn't too tight, you can go ahead and try the other side. One side, I guarantee you, is going to be tighter than the other, and it should be more than just gut discomfort. You want to find the cord, and it's a muscular inhibition. The next psoas exercise is going to be more of a breathing exercise. We're going to use a kettlebell. So we want a medium to light kettlebell, nothing too crazy. We're going to actually end up laying down on the handle. So you're going to position that handle at a 45-degree angle, so it's going with our hip, so you don't crush your bone. So your hip bone goes at an angle. You also want the handle of the kettlebell to go at an angle, because we're trying to put that in between our belly button and our hip, have the midpoint of that handle dig in right there. So you're going to go ahead and lay down on that handle carefully, position your forearms to be able to support your body weight, and we're going to work on putting it about 2 inches in from our belly button, in between our belly button and our hip, and work on trying to relax down into it, and breathe into your belly through your nose, and exhale and sink down. Feel those muscles stretch out, feel it dig into those muscles. It shouldn't be your gut, it shouldn't be your belly, it should be the muscles around our hip, inside of our hip flexor and into our psoas. So you're going to take 10 deep breaths on each side, and you can keep working this as you need to. This should be more of a diaphragm activation technique and a psoas inhibition technique.